Hi, welcome to my husband's YouTube channel. My name's Linda. I just wanted to show you guys these beautiful trees that he made out of cedar, and he surprised me with them. I just think they're gorgeous. Stay tuned to his video and watch him make these from start to finish.
Hi, for these trees, I'm going to be using this 12-foot cedar that I bought on clearance from Lowe's. It's 11/16 thick and 3.5 inches wide. They had them on clearance for $367, regular price $14.98. So for these, all the cuts, I'm going to be setting the miter to 31.1, which is a hard stop on the delta saw. And then you can make these cuts as is for your trees, or to make them a little bit fancier, as I've seen on other videos, you can set the bevel to 30 also. Okay, now for the first cut, we just have to make sure, because it's beveled, that we go to the bottom with the blade and not from the top. Now for the next cut, we have to flip the board. And here, for the front to look good, we need to set it to the tip here for our bevel cut. So really that's the only one that's tricky, just to get these angles right and cut it the right way. So now for the next piece, we need to measure this from here to there. And it's around 4 inches. So I think we'll make the next piece 1 inch less than that. So we're talking 3 inches for the next cut. Oh, before doing that, because of just for the first piece, you have to do this cut again to get rid of that part. Just this little piece of scrap. Now again, flip the board. And now for the small side, and as I said here, the 4 inches minus 1 inch will be 3. So we'll mark that on the short side, and then we can make that cut. So now we have the second piece, and that's how they would go. Now we'll do the third piece. Again, measuring the bottom. This case it's like 7 1/4, so we'll make the next cut at 6 1/4. Again from the short side. And we'll make that cut now. So this is the third piece. And now we'll cut the next piece, measuring this again, which is 10 1/4. So the next cut will be at 9 1/4. Again on the small side, 9 1/4. So here's the fourth piece. And now we have the full tree with the 4 pieces. So again, using this method, your board could be 3.5, could be 2.5, could be 4.5. Using this method, you could build any size tree. So I'll just do this one more time. So we have the first cut, flip the board. In this case, yes, line it up with this side for the first cut. So here's the first piece cut. Again, we'll measure the bottom, the first piece. This time it's 4.25. So here again on the first one, you have to cut it one more time to get rid of that part. So we'll do that. So we have this little piece of waste. Now again, we'll flip and we'll make the measurement 1 inch less than this, which is 3.25. So we have this piece. And now we'll measure this again. This time it's almost 6.75, so we'll have to do 5.75. Flip the board, 5.75 around. Make the cut. So here's the third piece. And then we'll measure again. This time it's 10 inches exact. So the next piece is 9. So flip the board, measure 9. And we'll make the cut. So now we could assemble the trees as is, but after glue up, I kind of want to see a distinct line between all the sections. So I think I'm going to add a bevel to the edges first. So I'll do that with the router, just using a small bevel. Go a little bit deeper. I think that's good, so I'll do that to the rest of the pieces. So I think that looks better. I guess that'll be a personal choice, whether you want to do it or not. So next, for the assembly, we'll measure the center points and make a mark. So 9, so 4.5. So now these are all ready to glue. Of course, you could just glue it like this, but I'd be afraid to damage the tip here, so I just cut out a piece like this, and hopefully that'll help clamp it without damaging the tip. So now I'm ready for the glue up. I'm not sure if there's a good, what would be the best way to do it. If a jig would be better. So now for the glue up, we'll apply the glue. Line them up. Looks good. Apply a clamp. Make sure everything's flat. Okay, it's going to lift up, so I think I need to make a jig here. Screw that down so it won't move. So we'll do that right away. So I just screwed this piece onto a piece of MDF, and hopefully that'll work a little better. Okay, so we'll let that set for a little bit, and then I'll do the other one, and we'll be ready for the next steps. So this has been setting for a little while. We'll remove this one. So here's the first one. So now we'll do this second one. Don't want to put too much glue. Then line them up. That looks good. Should be nice and flat. tighten it up. And then we'll let this one set. So now we'll cut the bottom piece for the base. Could do it a rectangular, or in my case, I think I'm going to do it in an angle, see what it looks like. So basically, need to measure the smaller part of the bevel. If you're doing straight, you do the whole thing. And this is about 13 1/4. So let me cut that piece. So here's the piece cut. So when we put it on here, kind of goes with the angle. So that could be finished, but I think I want another layer here. So something about maybe 1 inch on each side. So I think about a piece 10 1/2 inches. So here's the second piece to go here. I think that'll be good. Now I want it to be a little less, so if I cut it, I don't know, let's try 2 3/4. So here's the piece ripped to 2 3/4. I think that'll be okay. You can make it any size you want. The idea is to put 2 tea light size fake candles here, so I'll measure for those holes. So I bought these battery operated tea light candles. I buy them on Amazon. So I'm just going to use them to roughly figure out where they center them on there. Something like that. Just to say, I could say, mark this a little more precise. Say center, like I said, 2 3/4, so 1/2 minus 1/8, I guess. About there. 1 1/2 minus 1/8. About there. I do 2 inches from the edge. 2 inches from the edge. Should be good, so I'll go to the drill press to drill those. Here's the piece with the holes cut out. And then these candles will go in. And that'll be the look. The next step, I'll just do the final sanding and then glue the base to the back. And I think I'll put a chamfer on these front pieces. Now I'll glue these 2 pieces together. And I'll do the same for the other piece. Now we could do the final glue up of the front to the main tree. So here's the first one glued up. Now I can glue up the second one. And now we'll wait for the glue to set. After that, they can be finished in any way you want. Paint them green, paint them red, stain them, just put a clear coat, whatever you like. Here are the completed trees. As mentioned, you don't really need any plans. You can just follow the directions with any width of wood and make the measurements as you go. This way they can be any size. Also, if you want short trees, you can bring this and put it after 2 or after 3. I guess if you want a really big one, you could do another piece. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and hope to see you again.